So, you've got a few $1,000s sitting around, and someone told you vending machines are a way to make passive income. You start watching videos. Guys standing next to a row of machines in a gym lobby, talking about how they barely touch them and the money just shows up. You start doing the math on your phone. A basic snack and drink combo machine runs somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000 new. A used one off Facebook Marketplace, $2,000 or less. Put it in a busy office building. Fill it with chips and sodas that cost you maybe 40 cents each. Sell them for $2, and you're looking at margins that make your current job feel insulting. So, you buy one machine, and the first thing you learn has nothing to do with the machine. It's about the spot. Because a vending machine sitting in the wrong location is a $3,000 paperweight that occasionally gets restocked. The machine itself does almost nothing.
The location does everything. A machine in a break room with 200 employees walking past it 5 days a week will out-earn 3 machines spread across low-traffic spots combined. So now, you're not in the vending machine business. You're in the real estate negotiation business, except the real estate is 4 square feet of floor space inside someone else's building, and you have to convince a property manager or a business owner to give it to you for free in exchange for a small cut of your revenue, or sometimes nothing at all. This is the part nobody mentions when they're standing next to their machine in the video. You call gyms, apartment complexes, auto shops, warehouses, break rooms, laundromats. Most say no. Some already have a vendor and aren't interested in switching. Some want a placement fee or a percentage of sales just for the privilege of putting your machine in their lobby. The good locations, the ones with real foot traffic, already have machines in them, usually placed by someone who started doing this years before you and locked down the relationship. You eventually find a spot. A mechanic shop with 15 employees and customers waiting around most of the day. Not incredible, but real. You drop the machine off, load it up, and walk away feeling like you just started a business. Then a month goes by, and you go back to check on it.
Half the machine is empty. Not because business was incredible, because you guessed wrong on what people there actually wanted. You stocked it the way you'd stock your own pantry, not the way 15 mechanics covered in grease at 10 in the morning actually shop. The energy drinks are gone. The healthy granola bars you thought were a smart addition are sitting there exactly as you left them, slowly approaching their expiration date. This is the actual job, not standing next to a shiny machine in a video, driving around in your car, restocking inventory you bought with your own money, trying to learn what 12 different locations each individually want while watching expiration dates like a hawk, because nothing kills trust in a location faster than someone biting into a stale candy bar and complaining to the property manager who let you put the machine there in the first place. Now let's talk about the machine itself, because this is where people either make smart decisions or expensive ones.
A basic mechanical spiral vending machine, the kind where you turn a dial and a metal coil pushes the product forward, costs less and breaks less because there's less to break. A modern touchscreen machine with card readers and an app that tracks your inventory remotely costs significantly more, sometimes $8,000 to $10,000, but gives you real data on what's selling and lets customers pay with a card instead of needing exact change, which matters enormously now that fewer people carry cash at all. That card reader is not optional anymore. A cash-only machine in 2026 is leaving money on the table every single day from customers who simply walk away because they don't have a dollar bill on them. The card reader adds a monthly processing fee, usually a flat rate plus a percentage per transaction, but it pays for itself almost immediately in sales you would have otherwise lost. Here's a number that surprises most new owners. The machine itself is maybe a third of your real startup cost.
You need inventory to fill it, which is several $100s right out of the gate. You need a way to transport that inventory, which means your own vehicle becomes a business expense, putting miles and wear on something you already owned.
You need to factor in the gas and time spent driving to each location to restock, which sounds trivial until you have 8 machines spread across a city and restocking becomes a part-time job that eats an entire afternoon every week. And then equipment fails. A bill jammer gets gummed up. The refrigeration unit on a drink machine stops cooling in July, and now you've got 40 cans of warm soda and customers complaining instead of buying. A coil gets bent and stops dispensing a particular item, which means that slot is just dead inventory, taking up space until you can get out there with a screwdriver. So how much can you actually make? A single well-placed snack and drink machine in a decent location can generate somewhere between $200 and $400 a month in net profit after restocking costs. That's not life-changing money from one machine.
That's barely worth the gas and time if you're driving across town to service it. The business only starts to work when you stop thinking about one machine and start thinking about a route. Operators who actually make real money in this industry aren't running one machine. They're running 15, 20, 30 machines across a tight geographic area, all close enough together that they can restock 6 locations in a single afternoon loop instead of burning an entire day driving across the city for one machine. At that scale, the math changes completely. 20 machines averaging $300 a month each is $6,000 in monthly profit. And now you're talking about something that actually resembles a real income. But getting from one machine to 20 machines takes years, not months. Every new location is another sales call, another negotiation, another relationship to maintain with a property manager who can cancel you with a phone call if a competitor offers a better placement deal or if your machine breaks down one too many times and nobody fixes it fast enough.
This is also where smart operators start specializing instead of doing basic snacks. Healthy vending machines targeting gyms and corporate wellness programs, frozen food and ice cream machines in apartment complexes where a 24-hour mini convenience store doesn't exist, specialty machines selling phone chargers and electronics in airports and hotels where a forgotten charger is worth $15 to a stressed traveler instead of $2 for a bag of chips. Higher price point items mean fewer transactions can still produce real revenue, and it means you're not racing the clock against expiration dates on perishable snacks every single week. So here's where you actually land. This is a real business. People do build genuine income from it. But it is not passive, especially not in the beginning. It is sales, it is logistics, it is inventory management, and it is showing up consistently to maintain relationships with location owners who have zero loyalty to you the moment something better comes along.
The guy in the video standing next to his machine talking about passive income is either leaving out the 18 months of cold calling it took to land that one good spot, or he's already scaled to 30 machines and has someone else doing the actual driving and restocking for him now. You're not buying a machine. You're buying a sales job, a delivery route, and a small inventory business, all wrapped inside a metal box that makes it look a lot simpler than it actually is. The $2 someone pays for a bag of chips feels like easy money. Getting that machine in front of them in the first place is the part that actually cost you something.